everybody, welcome back to today's video. My name is Sam from Kavee. So today we're going to be building a 3x2 C&C Kavee cage. We're going to do a 3x2 today. It's a little bit smaller than the rest. It's going to have 3 at the front and 2 down. So it's 105 centimeters by 70 centimeters. So our smallest cage. With this cage, we do recommend that it's only for a temporary solution. We say that because you can't house 2 guinea pigs in there. It is far too small. So if you're going to house a guinea pig, it's only as a temporary solution. But guinea pigs should always be kept together. As you know, they're like companions and they like to be kept in little pairs. So as a temporary solution, as I say, if you're kind of recovering or sick, just as they're quarantining a different guinea pig. So let's get building. What we are going to need altogether, we're going to have 10 of these grids. So 10 of the modular grids, these are going to make up your actual cage. And to connect them all together into their places are going to be connectors. And we will need 20 of those. So I put them into groups of 5 there just to make it easier for myself. But what we'll basically do is we're going to go by grid connector, grid connector. It's quite a simple cage to make. So I say, let's just get going. Ooh. So with the connectors, you can kind of click them into place quite nicely. I'm just going to start off with a corner and then we'll kind of just go from there. Doo-doo. There we go. And if you need any help as well choosing what C&C cage to get for yourself, so as I say, depending on how many guinea pigs you have, there's a whole other video that you can check out for that too. But we're just going to build a corner and then it's just kind of doing the same thing over and over again. So there's our first corner. So just getting 2 grids together, connecting them with about 4 different connectors, giving them feet and a corner. So just like that, I'm going to do exactly the same thing again. So you're going to notice as well that we don't have any grids on the bottom of the cage here. We don't actually need them for the bottom. When we bring the Koroc sheets in, they're actually going to be super sturdy by themselves. We don't use the grids at the bottom, and if you did, it might create an uneven surface at the bottom as well. So that's not what we want. We're going to try and avoid that. So we'll be using just the Korocs as the base of the cage. As we explain through the different stages, I'll go through that one as well. But just right now, we don't need them for the bottom of this cage. So we've just popped our cage just out of the way there, and we're now going to choose our Korocs that we're going to start folding. So we're just going to need a 3x2 base for that one. As you can see, we have lots of different colours. I'm going to be lazy and choose the one closest to me. So I've gone for green. So once you kind of laid it out, you can pop it open and lay it out flat. So you'll kind of notice that once you've laid it out, there's some bits that you need to start folding. So you'll see the little lines to start going. And you can just add a little bit of force to them because they're a little bit sturdy, but we're going to try and flex them up a little bit. So you can kind of push a little bit on there, just making sure that they're nice and folded. And we're going to do the same to all 4 sides. And you would have noticed by now the corners of the actual sheet, hopefully. So the difference with these ones is you won't need any tape or any glue or anything like that. All you need to do is just put the tabs inside the slots. So we're going to just go from the outside in. We're going to feed the tab through and we'll just pull it all the way through as well. So there we go. So it's nice and secure just like that. We do it from the outside in because that way when you're putting it into the cage, it's a little bit easier. It kind of won't get stuck on the grids on the way down. So it's the best way we find. There we go. Doing the same all the way around. So getting the tab from the outside in, feed it through and pull it all the way in. Just like a nice little click sound as well. So you'll definitely know that the tabs are in. Last one. And there we go. So now that you've kind of folded that one up and making sure that the kind of edges are nice and straight, we're going to bring the cage back and we're just going to put it inside the 3x2. So I'll see you in a second. So now that you've brought your cage back and you've got your coroplast ready to go inside, it is time to just do that exactly. So line it up a little bit, drop it in. It should, because we've done the from the outside going in with the folding techniques earlier, it will just slot right in. As I said before, it might kind of get stuck on a few bits of grid. So now that it's gone completely in, double checking the corners are nice as well, remembering that you don't need the grids on the bottom. As I said, that this is a good enough base, completely fine. If you want to leave your 3x2 like this without a lid, without a loft, you've done it. This is all you needed, so well done. We are now actually going to go ahead and add a loft area to this as well, so stick around if you do want to have a look at that, and later on we'll kind of have a look at how we add a full lid to it too. So I'll see you in a bit if you're sticking around. So if you've got onto this part and you want to add a little bit of a loft and a lid, then I'm going to try and teach you how to get through that part as well. So what we'll need for the actual loft, so we have two of the door grids, we call them, but they're actually got the hinged edges. These parts are going to be for your safety lid, so they're going to go on the top just like that. And we have two more normal grids, so the ones that we've been working with before. So we have 4 more connectors, and we also have 5 cable ties. So because the actual loft is going to sit about halfway in through the cage, we have to properly secure them, so we'll use them with cable ties. So first thing, grab your 2 grids. We're going to also use one of the connectors, just pop them into any corner. There we go. And same with the other side, just slotting it in there. Nice little click to securely place it. So that is the kind of first step done. Oh God, and then you hold it in the middle and it all falls apart. Maybe do it on a flat surface. That'll be the easiest way to do it, Sam. There we go. Perfect. So what it's going to do is we're going to try and put it just about halfway. So maybe just on that level, just like that. This is because when you put it around halfway, the actual ramp is a nice kind of steady level for the guinea pigs to go up and down. It's not going to be too steep, so it's not going to be dangerous. So about halfway. What we'll do to secure that part, I'm going to get you to come a little bit closer, because securing it with cable ties is a little bit finicky and we want to make sure that you get it right. So come over here. Lovely. So where you want to choose where your loft is going to go onto the side, you're going to go 7 up from the bottom, as that's halfway onto the grids there. And you want a nice even way. So put the cable tie through. Once you've got hold of where the loft's going to go, you're going to go down through to one grid, round into the other, and then we'll come back out the other side. There we go. That way you've got hold of all 4 there. That way it'll be quite sturdy for the middle to be held up. Once it's in, tighten it up there. There we go. So that's your first one done. It's good to carry on going through a straight line to get the backs all done. So 7 up again. Same principle, so through, down, round and back out. There we go. And on to the next corner. 7 up. So we know at these points that cable ties can be quite a little bit fiddly. So do give yourself some time for this. And tighten, there we go. And back around. So now you can do the 2 that are going to be at the ends. So same again, 7 up. And we're going to go through, down, round, and back up again. There we go. And you'll start to see the loft take shape now. So 7 up again, we'll go round, tighten it all into place, and it will hold nice and tightly now. There we go. And there's your loft. So now that you've added your loft, you've kind of cut it halfway open onto the 3x2 cage. We're going to go around and just snip the little cupboard cable ties off there. Oh, just because it makes it look a little bit tidier. There we go. Yeah. Oh, that went flying, didn't it? Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. So what we're going to move on to next, well, obviously you're going to have your cable ties kind of closer to you and you're going to pick them up and move them out of the way. I'll do that one in a second. What we're going to move on to now is the actual lid for the loft. So we add a safety lid here for this part of the loft because of the level that it's at. The guinea pigs can get a bit curious and they can try and climb up and things like that. So to avoid any harm to your guinea pigs, we're going to add a safety lid. So we'll start off by taking the door hinges, the door grids, what we've done earlier. We'll take the hinged side of it and we're going to place it into the corners of these ones. So they're going to be flat side up, so they kind of slot right in there nicely. You're going to be tempted to put this into this one. Don't do it. I do it all the time, but don't do it. We're going to get another one and we're going to place it facing upwards. So the two ones, the flat tops there, can kind of rest on each other. So we'll put it in there. The reason that we don't put it in there because you're not actually going to get the lift that you want. So you're not going to be able to lift it up. So we'll do that exact same thing, but we'll do it to the other side. Whoops, sliding that one in. Get another connector to just connect those ones in the middle. Adds a little bit more security, and exactly the same thing for this side as well. So not putting it into that one. So there we go. There's your super quick, easy lid. Ta-da! And it works very nicely. So what we'll do is, the next part we're going to go on to, I'm not going to leave that on there just there. The next thing we're going to go on to is actually going on to the ramp and the loft part of the Koroks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that over here and I'll tell you how to fold it. So now that you've kind of just popped your cage just a little bit out of the way and you've got your sheets ready, you'll notice that things are a little bit different from the base that we did earlier. So we have the actual loft part. So that's where it's going to kind of sit just in there, obviously when it's folded. And we have the ramp connecting the two levels together. So same as before, we're just going to fold them up and just get that little bit of flexibility that we needed from the same before. Oh, there we go. And you'll kind of see the same feature slots that we used before as well. That part is, we're practically pros at that now, so that's fine. These things like, oh, there we go. There we go. So same again, just adding a little bit more flexibility to them, not forgetting the little tabs as well. Cool. So the easiest way to kind of start with this is always making sure that the part where the ramp is going to connect to the loft is on your left. Recently I've done it on the right and it doesn't really work, depending on what way you want your ramp and things like that, but easiest way is definitely from the left. So we are gonna, no, almost got me as well, making sure that the two rounded edges are lined up together as well, because this is going to slot into this one. So may as well start to feed through like we've done before. So I'm going to start with little tabs first. There we go, there's one. Oh, it's come back out again, hasn't it? There you go. So feeding them through and then just pulling through at the bottom. So it's probably easier to do this on the same level. There we go. So as we're folding it up, this is the only time we're ever going to do this, because I know I've been teaching you to do it from the outside in. This time only is going to be from the inside out. I had to rethink about that then. So we're just going to lift up. So from the inside out, we're just going to pull the tab through and all the way, just to kind of securely fasten the ramp there. So that is absolutely definitely not going to budge. That's the kind of securest way to do it. And now forget that you ever did it. We didn't do that. We're always doing from the outside in from now on. So same as before, we're going to lift up, outside in, get the tab, feed it through and pull it all the way. And then that can kind of be folded upright properly now as well. And we'll do the same for the last one as well. So outside in, feed through, pull all the way. And the same again, where have we gone? From the outside in and pull through. There we go. So that's what it will kind of look like when it's all done. You can just kind of extra pull the little ramp slides in there. There we go. So it'll kind of sit like this, not too much because that's still a bit too steep, but we'll place it in now. So if you've already done your lid, you can just open that one up. let it rest a little bit, and we can just place it straight inside. Whoosh. There we go. Cool. So that is what it will look like, and then we can put the lid back on top. So this is your 3x2 C&C cage with a loft and a ramp. What we're going to do now is I'm going to teach you how to do a full lid if you don't just want the safety lid, if you want to have a completely closed lid for whatever reason, say if you've got any pets or anything like that. So I'll teach you through that one now. So you've got your 3x2 cage here, and you've got your loft and ramp coming down. Just as a little pointer, you should never leave your cage open like this. We've removed our safety lid here as a demonstration to kind of build you for the full lid, but you should never get rid of your safety lid for any reason if you have a loft. So moving onwards, we're going to start off with the full lid. We're going to have 3 of the door grids that we call them, so the ones with the hinged edges. And we have 3 more normal ones as well, so 3 more normal grids, and together we're going to have 8 connectors, so more of the rounded ones that we have. The first thing we're going to do is start off in the corner. It just makes it a little bit more simple. We're going to use one of the door grids, and we're just going to kind of slot them inside into the kind of oh, that was nice, into the flat edges there, so in that kind of top bit of the connectors. You're going to be tempted once again to try and put them into this part. No need to do that, for the reason if you put them in there you won't actually get the lift that you want. So we're going to avoid doing that and put the connectors facing upwards now. So try and get that into your head as much as you can. I'm trying to get it into mine because I know at some point I'll just unintentionally try and put them in. So I'm not going to connect that one just yet actually, because we're going to go move on to the normal grid. So it might be easier for you to kind of just go from 2 bits at a time. So all the door grids are going to go on this side, all the normal grids are going to go on this side. So we'll connect it to the ones that is facing upwards at the moment. So just placing it in there, and we'll connect these 2 securely once again facing upwards, just so you kind of know where it's going to be going. And let's do the same for these 2 as well. And it's nice for the edge ones because you know they're going to be resting on top of each other as well. So there's those ones in there, listening out for those clicks, making sure that they're nice and secure. So there's the kind of first ones that we have here. We've got the lid part here and the normal grid. So it will open up all together just like that. So I'm going to carry on doing exactly what I've just done with these ones, but I'll just do these ones as well. So now that you've kind of put all of your door grids parts here and the normal ones here, you should, ta-da, get your lift. So there it is. You've got the lift up going up, or the lid should I say, sorry. But that is the full lid for your 3x2 cage, remembering that this is only as a temporary solution, but you've got your full lid here to protect you from any dogs, cats or young children or things like that. That's what we recommend getting. I'll just click again, so always making sure that they're completely secured. What we'll do now is we're going to decorate this, so you can kind of get some ideas of how to decorate, maybe some inspiration. So I'll see you in a moment. So guys, there it is. There is our 3x2 with the loft, the ramp and a full lid. So there it is, completely now, absolutely finished, and a little bit of decoration in there as well. So you can see our fleece liners that also match really nicely with our green Koroc sheets too. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea of what you can do with your cages. Reminding again, once again, you're probably sick of hearing it, but we really do recommend that a 3x2 cage is only a temporary solution. It's not where your guinea pigs will indefinitely live. But that's it for today's video. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and comment, subscribe to our channel. We have a ton more things coming up. So keep an eye out and I'll see you all next time. Bye.